Part 3. Early the next morning, after Charlie finished cooking, he rode his small bike to M Grand Group. He parked his small bicycle next to the M Grand Group parking lot. As soon as he locked the bicycle, a black Bentley slowly parked in the parking lot across the street. Charlie looked up accidentally and saw a young man and woman walking down the car. The men were dressed in high-end suits, looking incredibly stylish, and the women were flirtatious. Although somewhat flashy, they were also a rare beauty. It turns out to be Claire's cousin Wendy and her soon-to-be fiancé Gerald, the eldest of the White family. Charlie didn't know that Wendy and Gerald were doing at M Grand Group, but in order to avoid trouble, he still prepared to hide. Unexpectedly, more and more things are hidden. Sharp-eyed Wendy immediately saw him and shouted loudly, "Oh, brother-in-law!" Wendy's sister-in-law shouted very kindly, but Charlie couldn't help but step faster after hearing it. Out of courtesy, he could only stop, and when the two approached, he smiled and said, "Wendy, why are you here?" Wendy giggled. "Gerald and I came to meet Doris, vice chairman of M Grand Group." After that, Wendy looked at Gerald with admiration and said, "Gerald's family has a lot of cooperation with M Grand Group. In the future, it will not only help the White family, but also our Willson family." Charlie didn't know that the White family had a partnership with the M Grand Group. After all, the M Grand Group had only just entered the industry and hadn't had time to understand it. But he didn't show it, just smiled and said, "The prince has extraordinary temperament and good strength. You are truly talented and capable." Gerald White looked at Charlie with disgust and couldn't help but feel a sense of injustice in his heart. This smelly carpet was scolded by old Mrs. Willson yesterday as a dog, and today he has a hippie smile like a good person. Why would a stunning beauty like Claire marry a worthless piece of trash? If it weren't for this useless man, he would have pursued Claire desperately, and how could he have gotten engaged to this inferior Wendy in every way? Thinking of this, Gerald was annoyed and deliberately asked, "What did brother-in-law come to M Grand Group for?" Charlie said casually, "I'm looking for a job." "Looking for a job?" Gerald sneered and said, "Why do you want to look for a job at M Grand Group?" Charlie frowned and said, "What does my job search have to do with you?" Wendy called out to Charlie to stop, just trying to sarcastically tease him. Seeing Gerald take the lead, she immediately sneered, "Oh, Gerald, is it wrong? For academic qualifications, do you have any diplomas? For a job, do you have any accomplishments other than your helplessness? If you come to M Grand Group to apply for a security guard position, they won't want a waste like you. If you have a little self-awareness, you might as well pick up trash on the street. You can earn at least $2,000 or $3,000 a month." After speaking, she threw the drink bottle in her hand at Charlie's feet and hummed, "Hey, don't say I don't care about you. Take this empty bottle and sell it for money." Gerald smiled and said, "Even though you're trash, since you're my brother, then I have to take care of you as best I can. I happen to have a friendship with the vice chairman of M Grand Group. Why don't I help you with two good things and let him arrange it for you, a job of cleaning the toilet?" Charlie smiled coldly and said, "You don't have to worry about the kind of job I'm looking for. You should worry about yourself. M Grand Group is a big company. I believe they won't cooperate with you with such low-quality trash." Gerald suddenly became angry. "Who did you say is trash?" Charlie disdainfully said, "You are rubbish." After speaking, he was too lazy to talk with Gerald and walked to the M Grand Group building. "You, stop for me!" Gerald quickly followed and caught up with Charlie at the elevator entrance. He wanted to teach Charlie a good lesson, at least slap him twice so he would know the fate of those who hurt him. But because he saw that he was already inside the M Grand Group building, he was worried that doing anything here would anger his colleagues, so he had to temporarily put aside the idea of teaching him. He gritted his teeth and said, "I will let you go for the time being today, and you won't have such luck next time." Charlie snorted coldly and stepped into the elevator and said to him, "Gerald, do you think you are strong? Believe me, you will soon know the cost of arrogance." "Fuck you." Gerald stepped into the elevator. Wendy reached out to him and said contemptuously, "Gerald, don't take the same elevator with this kind of trash, lest you be sucked in by the stench on his body." Gerald nodded, knowing that he couldn't do anything with him here, so he said coldly, "Let you go. I want you to look good next time." Charlie took the elevator straight to the top floor where the chairman's office was located. On the M. Grand Group side, Stephen Thompson had arranged it for him, and the person responsible for docking with him was a woman named Doris Young. Doris is well known in Oris Hill, and she is the most famous career-oriented woman in Oris Hill. Not only is she beautiful, but she is also very capable in her work. She was promoted to vice chairman of M. Grand Group at a young age. She has contributed to the existence of M. Grand Group today. Now that M. Grand Group has been acquired by the Wade family, the original chairman has abdicated, and Doris remains and prepares to assist the new chairman. When she saw Charlie, Doris was shocked. She didn't expect him to be so young and handsome. After that, she did not delay and immediately said respectfully, "Mr. Charlie, please come to my